Hello everyone, let's see how this day goes. It is going to be one hell of a time, to be honest with you. Just doing the last couple of things to make sure that I am good to go. I'll be the first one, and we'll go through the list after that. So we've got 4 to do today. We've got Sardinia to do first, then we've got, after Sardinia, we've got Monza no chicane. We've got Spa in the wet, which is going to take the longest of the lot, I think. And then we have the season ender at Trail Mountain. All 4 of those I am planning to do today. Now, if we're good, that could be done by 7 o'clock. Likelihood of that happening, I don't think, is very high, but that could be the case. A Race of Champions tomorrow as well. It's 8 o'clock start time. I'll be doing that with Ross. But yeah. Until then, we got these 4 to get through today. So Sardinia is the first one. Sardinia B, the smaller version of the track for certain. Alright, just give it a couple minutes before, give it a couple minutes before we get going with the first one here. We'll roll through the grid, and then we'll get started for Sardinia. So this is 12 laps of the sprint. After that, it is, I believe, 24. Is it 24? Hold on, let's get the calendar up. I believe it's 24. It's not. No, it's 30 laps of a feature. That is a lot. We got that was quite a lengthy amount of laps. All in all, 42 laps at Sardinia. We're going to cover well over 100 laps today of racing. Monza's 33, so that's what, 75 laps between the first 2 races on the day. Spa will be 25. It takes it to 100, and then Trail Mountain is 31. So we're covering 131 laps of racing in total. So that's not bad. I am hoping that everything is going to give me a chance to do all 4 of these in one day. If it turns out that isn't the case, then we'll do the other one will be done on Tuesday night, probably. Make it fair, because we've got Champions Cup at the end of next week, so it needs to be done well before that. All right, I think we are now, yeah, well, 5 minutes. So we'll go through the grid now then. I give them a chance for people to join the stream. So we'll go through the grid and start doing Sardinia. All right, so Bendit is on pole in the Lexus. You got Bluebeard second, Ads in third, Gus Bank in fourth on what I believe is his debut. I think that's a Lebanese flag on the car, so he's going to be a Lebanese driver for the rest of the time. Jin's in fifth, the championship leader, who's got a convincing lead right now. J-Nick is in sixth after winning last time out in Daytona. Gru in the McLaren is in seventh, Bichetti in eighth, Orak ninth, Beaumont in 10th, Major in 11th, Chuck Norris is in 12th, Monken in 13th, Tetropolis in 14th, Radiate in 15th, and Juho rears the pack. Everyone on a soft tyre in this sprint race. Let's get going then. Let's get going. 3, 4, 5 red lights. It lights out and away we go. Someone's had an absolute mare of a start in the back, and I think that is Beaumont, who just did not get off the firing line at all. So he dropped all the way to the back. Gus Bank, however, absolutely did. Looks to the inside, potentially to take the lead at turn 1. No, Bendit gets swallowed up, and someone has gone flying. I think that's Ads in the back of the field. We're going to very quickly pause that, get a good camera angle, and figure out what went on. We're going to watch from the back. Beaumont very much off the start, slowly there. Monka didn't get much better. Oh, that did not look good. That did not look good up ahead. So we'll go back, figure out who's actually at fault for this now then. Bichetti looking to go up past this Audi. The Audi not off the start well at all. A little bit of a tag there on Bichetti. Bichetti gets in front. Oh, J-Nick's clobbered him. J-Nick got the side of Bichetti and then also got Ads off the bounce. Ads in the wall. J-Nick's in the wall. Bichetti's the wrong way round. Everyone else is off already. Those three drop to the back straight away. Carnage to start there in Tier 4. Absolute carnage to start there in Tier 4 then. That was just all over the place. A couple of people managing to survive. I'm not entirely sure how. Here we go through that middle sector now. Looks like someone kicked up a little bit of gravel there. Radiate's going to the inside on Tetropolis, looking for 8th. Tetropolis is wide. He's still up ahead of Radiate right now. Beaumont looking to try and get himself back into the top 10, which would be where he started. He currently is 10th, better than where he started if he was able to overtake Radiate here. Started in 10th. Chuck Norris and Tetropolis, big winners from the start. They're 7th and 8th right now, trying to get themselves into a position to take a decent spot for the feature, if nothing else. Chuck Norris on the inside. Radiate's trying to get himself involved, but Chuck Norris has got a nice little run down into turn 1 there. He's got himself comfortably ahead of Tetropolis now. A little bit further forward, the group has already split. At the front, Gus Back and Bluebeard have driven off. Bendit got a really poor start from that Lexus. He's in 4th right now and doesn't really look like he's in contention to try and win this race here. It is very early doors. Bendit getting a little bit shallow there as they come up the hill for the second time. Bluebeard from Gus Back and then Jin, the championship leader, in 3rd. No one really going to step up to him as of yet. He's doing a very good job of holding it together there. We're looking for another podium here in Tier 4 white. Bendit just pulling into the inside here. Major's not that far behind him. Major's been pretty good in and out of these races so far this season, just never really in a position to go after the win on them. Grew there in 6th with Chuck Norris right on the back of him now. They both have cleared Arak, who's got past Tetropolis by quite... but these guys have been cleared by Chuck Norris by quite some distance. Monken there in 10th. Not a great start for him, but he's managed to recover it well. As soon as I say something, he gets on the grass immediately. Got to keep himself together now if he wants to get himself towards that, toward the highest point scoring places here. That's after being hit off straight away. It's also in 11th. The group at the back really not recovered at all. Radiate and Beaumont look like they're going at a snail's pace. J-Nick, Brachetti, obviously two of those involved in that lap 1 incident. We go through, is there still, and is there anything going to happen here? Chuck Norris is right on the back of Gru now, so let's see if there's going to be anything that happens into turn 1 here. The McLaren not great in a straight line, admittedly, neither is the Ferrari. Both cornering cars. Looks like Chuck Norris is trying to line up the inside, but it's a bit too far away to actually set the move. That's certainly the case right now. Gru's still ahead of the Portuguese driver, who keeps diving to that inside, trying to find a way through, but hasn't found it yet. Now switches back to the inside yet again. Gru taking a middle line. And it's going to open the door for Chuck Norris potentially, who's got the outside line now, and Gru had to shift to the inside to make sure he didn't hit him. Chuck Norris not able to get past yet. Closest battle we've got on track so far. We'll go a little bit further forward. Bendit's caught back up to Jin, so we might see someone get a hold of Jin for the first time. Gus back on his debut is not really getting close enough to Bluebeard, who's leading out front. Not really being challenged all too much since the start of this one. Jin, Bendit is probably too far away to force anything here. We've got a trail of cars now. Aurak, something happened to Chuck Norris in that period of time. I'm not entirely sure what. Oh, contact between the two of them. It was contact between Chuck Norris and Gru. And Gru's got himself back out in front. Back on the track, and Chuck Norris has lost out for 2 places as a result of all of that. Aurak is pushing and trying to push his way past Gru at this point. He's got a half-second penalty, he just served it. Oh no, Tetropolis had just served a half-second penalty, sorry. That'll allow for Chuck Norris to gain 1 of the places he just lost back. Ads has pushed himself into that top 10 position. Chuck Norris might be losing another 2. Ads and Monken have gone by. And Chuck Norris, who was 7th on the prior lap, is now 10th. And again, going to the inside on a gap that just does not exist. He's got to get it, he's got to calm it down. And I think that if he's going to take anything from this season, he's just got to calm it down just a little bit. He's going for gaps that aren't opening up. And overtaking, especially on this game in these cars, are all about picking your spot. You've got to know when it's good, when it's not. And that's the point of reflection for him this season, potentially. You've got Aurak here trying to go the long way around on Gru. Not sure there's going to be space to do that yet. Gru just cuts off any advancements Aurak could have made. And here comes Monken to the inside now. Monken to the inside on Aurak, and he gets it. So Monken, after an awful start off the line, dropping a 16th, is now in 7th. Had a chance of 6th. I don't think he'll get any further than that. Major's quite the way up the road. Monken's got a nice straight line speed car. He should have a really good run on Gru here, down towards turn 1. And 3 almost hit the halfway point of the sprint race. And Monken is going to have Gru on the inside of turn 1. I think Aurak and Gru have come together. And we'll take another look at that. Monken obviously getting by. Aurak has just tried this too. Yeah, I think he may have he's just gone too far. Gone again into a gap that just does not exist. A couple of people are doing that today. Again, it's just, I get that Gru's made a run a little bit late, gone a little bit wide as a result being overtaken, but Arak just not really paying too much attention to where everyone is on the track, running him a lot wider than he would have been otherwise. And they both paid the price for it. Go to the back, and it looks like Radiate is the one tailed off now. Bluebeard and Gus Back have both got themselves first and second, fairly on lock at the moment, not really challenging each other. We'll see if there's going to be any challenge from Bendit on Jin down the home straight here. It looks like Gus Back is actually not that far ahead of the championship leader right now then. And see that car, here comes Bendit to the inside of turn 1, looking for a move. Squeezes Jin a little bit, but gets it. Gets it on the inside there. And Bendit is back onto the podium places. After qualifying in first, just got to get himself in a position to try and get Gus back now. See if he can get himself into that top 2. I don't think Bluebeard is a catchable driver at this point. The tyres aren't going to go off anywhere near as much, and Bluebeard has a significant advantage. And look at that, you can see in the background, there you go, that's the first car popping in. Bluebeard has this one under control now. Right now, Bendit looking like he had a little bit of a deep run there. Up the hill, kicking up a little bit of gravel. Major, and then we've got Ads ahead of Chuck Norris, and then Monken in 8th, who's dropped down a couple of positions. As we continue on in this race. Gru in 9th, Tetropolis in 10th, Barak is in 11th, suffered the most out of the move he tried to make into turn 1 on Gru. Bichetti never really recovered from that one, neither did Janik either. Juho in 13th right now, Radiate in 15th. I think we lost a guy in this one as well. Yeah, we lost someone. Oh, Radiate snapping the car there. Go back to any sort of battle we can find. We aren't going to get one from the top 4, so we'll go back to this battle. Adds ahead of Chuck Norris with Monken behind them. McLaren not really in a position to try and fight this group anymore. They'll be settling in to look for potentially reverse grid pole then. And in 10th you start the feature in first. Ads and Chuck Norris looking to do battle here for 6th. I don't think they're going to get past the group in front, or catch the group in front, because Major is quite clear right now. Here comes Ads on the inside, Chuck Norris on the outside. A little bit of a switchback attempt here for Norris. He's got to get himself to the inside at some point. He's going to do it now. Is he going to have the room again? Doesn't look like he will have the room to try and get Ads there. He's got to pick his spot and he's got to go for it. It looks like he's half trying things at the moment. Got to have some conviction, but he also can't be overzealous. There's a thin line between those two. In terms of picking your spot where you know it's going to work and going for something that doesn't quite exist. And I think Ads is covering it off very well right now. And Ads is going to hold on to 6. Monken's kicking up more gravel as they go through turn 1. Chuck Norris has got a nice line on the inside now. That was an excellent corner there from the Portuguese driver. And he got himself in front, but he's gone deep. He's gone deep, and he now opened up for a switchback attempt, and Ads has got him back again. Chuck Norris just went too deep. He didn't need to. That corner exit out of turn 3 had been perfect, realistically. He did not need to go deep there to hold on to that position. And Ads has made him pay for it. Oh, that's an excellent exit. That is a pitch perfect exit. That's what that is. From Chuck Norris up the hill, he makes the move on Ads. That was beautiful. Ads is under fire from Monken now. You can see a couple of drivers trying to get involved back there as well. Tetropolis and Gru for 9th and 10th. Ads and Monken side by side down the hill as they head towards the final corner. Ads is in a little bit of trouble now. Grew has caught back up to them, so we'll figure it out. Monken has decided to go very much left of the track. They're going to go down the straight. Ads is fighting for dear life right now. He's going to lose out to that Supra. Is he going to lose out to the McLaren, who's sticking very much to the outside? Ads looking to the inside, goes to the inside, and Monken has the place back with a little bit of contact. Well played there by Ads to hold under pressure. Grew did not do the same back at the back there, at the back of the group, as he now drops to 10th. Tetropolis up in the 9th. Monken going a little bit wide, a little bit squirrely, and he goes a little bit too wide here. Tetropolis could have shot, lined that one and potentially got to the side of Monken. Maybe made a move there, but he didn't quite get the line to do it. He might have the line to do it now. To the inside he goes. He might actually be ahead by the time we hit the corner. And I think he might be, and he is. Tetropolis up into 8th. Nice little run there from the Alpha to overtake the Supra down the hill. Tetropolis liking a wide line. Monken liking some gravel. It's like Grew might be under 5 from Aurak here as well. We're about to hit lap 11. We actually have hit lap 11 with the front group. Is there anything out in front here? So Gusbach and Bendit aren't that far away from each other now. And again, that gap's going to shorten even further if you're going to get on the grass like that. Ducati Ferrari trying to get himself in a position to hold on into second. We've got Bendit in third, trying to recover from an absolute horror start. Looks like Bendit to the inside! I think he got it. It was rushed. And Gusbach should have tried to cut underneath there. But Bendit's made him pay. Oh, but, well, didn't really have any control of his car there whatsoever. He's managed to hold it nonetheless, get it stopped and get into second place. Looking down the list, we've got Bluebeard still now onto the final lap in cruise control of the race so far. Bendit and Gusbach in second and third, heading down towards turn 1, and I don't think that Ferrari's got anything left, to be honest with you. Bendit just casually holding into the inside there at turn 1, and I don't think the Lebanese driver's going to have anything really in the tank to really fight this back. Yeah, it doesn't look like he will, and there's going to be Bendit's roll the entire way then. Jin in 4th, Major in 5th, Chuck Norris in 6th, ahead of Ads in 7th, and then Tetropolis in 8th, Monken in 9th, Aurak in 10th, Grew on the outside of that top 10 reverse now. Bichetti in 12th, J. Nick in 13th, Juho in 14th, Radier in 15th. Nothing really going there, but there has been one man in cruise control of this race so far. There might be an opportunity for Gusbach to try and switch back in a second. Doesn't really get it there. Right now, this is... Oh, the Ferrari lost it! Somehow managed to save it, but he lost the car halfway there. And that'll cost him second for certain. But it won't cost anyone other than Bluebeard, because Bluebeard is coming down the line all the way to the home base, and he's going to win the sprint in Sardinia comfortably in the end. Cruise control from basically start to finish. Bendit will get second, Jin will get third. Gusbach has had an absolute mare. On the final couple of corners, he caught the car, figured it out, and then hit the grass and just lost it again, straight into the wall. And Jin is going to steal the final step of the podium as a result. Jin snatching third place. I don't even know if Gusbach's going to get fourth in the end. I think that might be a half-second penalty for Gusbach in the back of the field as well, the back of the shot. Major's going to get him anyway. Major's going to get fourth. Gusbach will have to settle for fifth after what should have been a top 2. Chuck Norris will get 6th, Dads will get 7th, Tetropolis runs 8th, Aurak will get 9th. I'm not entirely sure what has happened to Monken. because Gru has ended 10th. Monken will get 11th, Bichetti 12th, J-Nick 13th. We'll have a look what happened to Monken here then. Oh, it's gravel. Oh, he's just gone too deep. Is this a self-inflicted error? Oh, it is. He's missed the breaking point by quite some way, and he's cost himself a reverse grid pole here. Wow. You got Juho in 14th running over the line now, and then Radiate will come to the line after that to round out the field. There you go. The first race of the day over and done with. Going into the feature here for Tier 4 Blue in Sardinia. I don't want decals, I want to stay in Italy. Road track B. There we go, so we can load that up now. We'll load up the feature race here in Sardinia, and then we'll be done with the first one for today. There you go, we've just sorted that out now. So after the first win of the day then for Bluebeard, oh, what was a very, very controlled sprint race there, that's a certain. We'll see how this feature race plays out. Go through the grid as we go along here then. So if I remember right, Sardinia was very much a one-stop race. So, but then again, we've had some people try to stop in Brazil, so would not surprise me if people attempted to stop here. But yeah, let's go through this grid then. 30 laps of Sardinia. So Gru on medium tyres, soft for Orak. That probably indicates a two-stop already. Then you got Tetropolis on the mediums, hards for Ads in 4th. Then you got Chuck Norris in 5th on the mediums. Mediums for Gus back in 6th and Major in 7th. Hards for Jin in 8th. Bendit in 9th on the hards as well. Bluebeard in 10th on mediums to start with. Monken in 11th. Bichetti in 12th on the hard tyres. Softs for J-Nick in 13th with mediums back on the car for Juho in 14th. Radiate in 50th on the hard tyres, and Beaumont, who actually was the one that disappeared in the sprint, is starting in 16th on the medium tyres now then. With that gone through, we're about to set off for 30 laps of Sardinia. And there's the klaxon, 3, 2, 1, and we are off with the McLaren at the front. Orak in second in the BMW. Then we got the Alfa Romeo in third. Then we got Ads in fourth, who should be the favourite for this, I reckon. We got Gru just looking to hold on to that first place for now. No one really trying anything into that first corner. Major still up ahead of Gus back for now. Actually, I think Gus back just got overtaken by a couple of drivers. Bluebeard almost under fire. Well, trying to put Jin under fire, actually. But he gets past Bendit already. And he looks to the outside on Jin. And I think Jin's going to get it. I think Jin's going to hold on, or is he? That acceleration from the Aston Martin is absolutely ludicrous. Bluebeard getting by. I think Bendit just lost out to Monken there, yep, in the hard tyres. Betraying him to start. Jin, that's a bit deep. Monken's trying to get himself involved here as well. Monken's got past Jin now. Not sure if there was contact there in the overtake, but we've now got Bichetti looking the hard way round on Bendit and Jin. not really happening at all from there. Beaumont's already up into 13th. Juho in the back of the field already. That's Beaumont off the track already as well. Beaumont off the track, but he is still ahead of J-Nick for now, who should get a better run down the straight here. So you can counter anything. It looks like go further forward, because Ads is ahead of Chuck Norris, who's ahead of Major, but we got Tetropolis and Gru fighting for the lead. Well, fighting for second place, sorry, because Zorak's well in the lead, and Tetropolis is going to take second. Bluebeard up into 8th as well. He's fighting tooth and nail in the back of the field here with Gus back, who's looking to go the long way round to hold on into 7th. Oh, Bluebeard's round! Bluebeard has gone round. Let's see what had caused that, or whether or not that was just a mistake. Monken trying to get himself involved there. Bluebeard going very deep. Oh, he just got too much on the traction. Too much on the traction. The Alfa Romeo, not the Alfa Romeo, the Aston Martin betrayed him. Beaumont on the inside of Bichetti. A little bit of contact between the two of them. We go forward, and it looks like Beaumont on that medium tyre has finally got through. And he is now up into 11th. We've got Jin and Monken looking side by side there. Monken still holds on to 8th for now. Up the field, still got Gru and Tetropolis fighting their way through. Chuck Norris just bounces the back of Tetropolis, who is now back in the second as a result of that. Major is looking for a move to try and take advantage of the bump draft, and it didn't happen there, so Chuck Norris is holding on for dear life. Ads is currently in 6th, in the back there. I wonder what the strategy choices are going to be for this tier, to be honest with you. That's going to be the interesting situation as we go down towards turn 1 here. Major looking to the inside, still trying to get involved. Didn't really go for a full move there, even though he probably could have. Late move there by Chuck Norris to try and defend his position, but he still does so nonetheless. Gru is finally back ahead of Tetropolis as he takes second place back. Chuck Norris is wide again. Aurak is quite the advantage. The only issue is I'm 99.9% certain Aurak is 2-stopping. If he is 2-stopping, this is not enough of a gap. Not even close. He is going to have to get some distance here on these soft tyres to try and trouble this. Try and trouble the one-stop hard medium tyres anyway. See if he can. Still got quite the advantage. He continues to build it up. Over the medium tyre runners here is 2nd and in 3rd and 4th. And 5th for that matter. All of these guys on the mediums right now. I think the first hard tyre now is in 8th. Gus back is on mediums. Yeah, hards for Ads, who is now in 8th and is struggling badly. J-Nick has passed Jin there, who had an awful final corner. And that'll open the door here for maybe Radiator and Beaumont as well. Beaumont and Radiator side by side in a turn 1 here. I think the MG on the inside should have it. The MG on the inside will have it. And that's going to be very interesting then. So Jin will have to defend from Beaumont now then in the MG. MG a very good car. Looks like Bluebeard is going to try and fight his way back up the grid already. And Bluebeard on the inside of Radiate. And now the long way round, has to loop it if he's going to get it, or switch him back. Not sure which one he's going to get. Radiate's in the gravel. Kicked up a little bit of dirt, side by side. Oh, Bluebeard's off again. And I think Radiate may have pushed him that time. Looks like Radiate has stopped on the track, so we'll see. So I think he feels that he's responsible for that. Jin is under fire from Beaumont now. That looks like an excellent switchback if he's held it. It looks like he might have, you know. Beaumont, that is exquisite. If he can keep it on the track long enough to hold it before more than one corner. The move itself, absolutely brilliant. Everything after that move, not so much. Now you're going to get chased down by a Jaguar on a straight line. Not entirely sure this is going to work out well for Beaumont. He could have had a lot of a gap after that final couple of corners. He's botched it, and he's going to give that place back to Jin down into turn 1. Ads and Bendit have switched positions in 8th and 9th now. Monken goes back further up the road, ever so slightly. And Tetropolis in 5th now. Major in 4th, Chuck Norris in 3rd, Drew in 2nd. Norak is comfortably out in front right now. We'll see if there's anything really going on for Orak later on in this race, because he's on lap 5 of 30 right now. The tyre's over 50% worn already. I don't actually know how long he's planning to go here. Maybe try and get 9. He's definitely not going to get 9 out of this. He's probably going to barely get 7. At this rate. 4 laps on the half tire left on the car. I wonder what the strategy is going to be then. See if he can figure it out as we go along. Chuck Norris versus Major. Down to turn 1. Major's gone the long way. Maybe has to switch back to try and make it stick, but he can't get it to work. Cannot get it to work there at all, and Chuck Norris is going to hang on. Tetropolis ahead of Gus back still in 5th and 6th. And nothing really going for these 3 right now. They're just kind of stuck in the middle of the pack with nowhere to go. It's like nothing really happening in the middle of the lap here. Major had a bit of a mare there on the exit up the hill, kicking up a little bit of gravel. You can see the tyre marks going through it as well. Group of 3 there from 8th backwards. 8th, 9th and 10th all pretty much on the back of each other, not really troubling this group of 7. Out in front, Orak is actually losing a gap now. Orak is into the pits on lap 6. I don't really know if you're going to get anything out of that, to be honest with you. You may have to do just soft, medium, medium. If you have to do that, you might as well have just done medium, hard. Hard, medium, sorry. Tetropolis is just back out in, well, out in front of him now. Just back up into 4th. Tetropolis in 5th. That's Monken behind them in 6th, but they are actually not that far off Major and Chuck Norris now. Grew out in the lead in the McLaren. Got himself a nice little advantage so far over Chuck Norris. If he can hold this, it could be very interesting. Continue to try and build that gap. I don't really know right now how this is going to work, because Major has got to run. Major might look to the inside. He definitely could have. Decides against it. Looks like Major just cutting up a little bit of the grass down the inside, getting a little bit too much curb. Gus back is still in 4th with Tetropolis still in 5th. We'll see down in turn 1, nothing really changing in this pack. Is there anything else down the field that maybe? Bendit still ahead of Ads, but it's right on the back of Monken now. Hard tires are starting to come into their own just a little bit. I don't really know if there's going to be anything in there for Bendit right now. Monken just doing enough to hold on. Ads is currently in 8th, but he's on his own. Jin in 9th, and Bichetti in 10th. Orak in 11th, but that's where he's come back out. He's on a medium tyre. Don't understand the 2-stop here. Really don't understand the choice to do the soft, medium strategy anyway of all of this. I feel like you could have executed that a little bit better. Same with Beaumont coming up the hill, sliding his way out of that corner in the second sector. He's got to figure something out here. Bluebeard still on the back right now. J-Nick had gone onto soft tyres, which is interesting. Onto a second set of soft tyres straight away after pitting on the end of lap 7. So I assume this is going to be 7-7-16 here for J-Nick. Trying to do soft, medium potentially. Groove still quite actually handedly ahead of Major now in second, with Chuck Norris down in third. Chuck Norris is down into third now, has to find his way back past Major before Gusbach and Tetropolis get to him. We'll see if there's anything in this one. Oh, Chuck Norris! Oh, that was a bit dangerous. Gusbach is going to help him back to speed. I don't think he wanted to, but he's not going to get much of a choice. That was massive mistiming in the brakes there from Chuck Norris to try and get down any sort of speed. Hitting the back of Major there. I don't know if that was a lapse of concentration or what it was, but it wasn't great. Here comes Tetropolis to the inside of Gusbach. Can he get the move done? The Alfa Romeo looking to the inside of turn 1. Is he going to be alongside enough on the Ferrari to make something happen? No, he is not, but Chuck Norris might be enough alongside Major to try and get second place back. These two side by side. Major's got a wide line. It's still the better line, however. And Chuck Norris is going to have to defend against Gusbach because he's left him too deep. And the Lebanese driver on the inside now. And then the long way on the following corner. This is the short line versus the high line. Which one's better? And the answer is the short line for certain. In that scenario, the Ferrari's fighting it out. Both teammates looking for third and fourth right now. It looks like Monken got himself involved here now. With the group in front, that's Tetropolis. And the silver, not the silver, the blue Supra is currently in 6th, trying to get himself an extra position or two. You can see Bendit immediately after that. I reckon if you're in a position where you're doing hard medium right now and you're in this pack, you are laughing to yourself right now because this is perfect. If you're in this position, you're on your hards right now, you are in a great position to win this race. Especially in Bendit's position anyway. Here we go. Chuck Norris still on the back of Major, nothing really happening there. Tetropolis has half a second worth of penalties. Monken has dropped behind Bendit. And all of that. So we'll actually not go see that, we'll just roll it as it is for now. So Bendit's ahead of Monken. I mean, Bendit's in even a better position than he was about 20 seconds ago. They had allowed Tetropolis to just pull away that little bit. But Norris is still not that far off the back of Major. The issue that these guys are giving themselves is that Gru has got himself a massive advantage right now. The only issue for Gru is that massive advantage will end in a hard tyre later on if he chooses to go there. One-stop strategy is definitely the best strategy he got available. That did not look good for Tetropolis, as he has got himself a little bit of an issue and a half-second penalty to deal with now. Is the pit stop coming for Tetropolis now? It is. Okay, that's interesting. I think that might be too early for that. Might be far too early. There's no way Tetropolis is two-stop in the Alpha either. I'd be very surprised if that's the case. Gusbach and not Gusbach, sorry, Chuck Norris and Major again for round 3. Chuck Norris going underneath this time. Can he keep it without going too deep for once? He absolutely can. And that is the first time I've seen him execute that corner well. Genuinely the first time I've seen him execute that corner well today. He's got himself a position over Major as a result. Grew is still extending his gap out in front. A high half slide from Chuck Norris there will give Major an opportunity to fight this back. Major's going to go the long way round to try and do so. But Chuck Norris has that one secured off. Monken still got back ahead of Bendit in all this, and Ads is also getting involved now. See if there's anything in this. A few pit stops starting to be made. In for Chuck Norris, in for Major on lap 12. And I'm a little bit surprised. Those medium tyres definitely could have gone a little bit longer. We'll see what tyres come on some of their cars in a second. The top four haven't pit yet. Jin and Orak are fighting it out. Orak on the medium tyres right now, doing soft, medium, medium. Jin on the hard so far hasn't stopped yet. This is a battle for position because Jin will be doing one stop less, and Orak has got him past. Orak up into 5th. Let's see where everyone came out. Oh, damage for J-Nick on the front right of his car. Major's come out on medium tyres again. There's another 2-stop incoming. Tetropolis on the hards. Mediums for Monken. So that's 2-stop for him as well. Chuck Norris onto mediums. What the? Why? I think people may need to go to strategy 101. Two stops are extremely commonplace on this tier for tracks. Realistically, should not be commonplace. Here comes Gus back into his stop then. Gru's coming to stay out. Very much wondering where this is gonna leave everyone then. So Ads and Bendit on the hard tyres look like they're in a perfect position. If the half the grid are going to 2-stop, then they didn't really have much of an issue. They were fighting a large amount of the grid on the medium tyres there in their first stops. Tetropolis the only one that's gone on to hards of that group. We'll see what Gru does. Can't imagine Gru not sticking this out on that medium tyre, because that medium tyre should still be rolling fairly fine right now. It's still on the same rough time as Bendit. We'll see what the choice is here from the McLaren at the end of this lap. Into the pit stop then for Gru. I only assume that's going to be a hard tyre being put on the car. They're Bendit and Ads just taking the lead of this race now. Then Orak on his first set of mediums will have to stop one more time realistically, because those aren't going to the end of this race by any stretch of the imagination. Then you got Jin behind, who hasn't stopped either. Bichetti hasn't stopped yet in this one, neither has Juho. Gus back has on the soft tyre now. So he pitted onto the softs. I'm very interested. Pitted at the end of lap 13. I wonder what the plan is here. There's still 17 laps to go. Maybe a 9 and an 8. If he wants to do soft 2 times over, here comes the long way round on Juho. Can he hang it the long way round on fresh tyres? He has. That's a nice run there from Gus Back, who gets past Juho seamlessly there. Or seamlessly, sorry, better English. Gets himself in front doing a job right now. Major on another set of medium tyres, grew onto the hard tyres. Tetropolis is right behind him. That's interesting, so that's where he's going with that. Those two are both on to the end now then. The only question for these two is, did they get enough of a gap to bend it realistically for that hard tyre to not play a factor? The only issue is I don't think they did. There's Monken behind him, but behind them, but I'm pretty sure he's on his second set of mediums. Same goes to Chuck Norris, who's now behind Monken. Has really lost the grip of this one. Oh, that looks like gravel there for the Ferrari as well. See what's going on. Major still headed, still behind Duo. Gus back is really on the back of Bichetti now then. We know there's still a lot of stops still left to come in this race. The entire top 8 half the pit still. Let's see what is going to happen. Goes back looking for a move here on Bichetti then. Looks to the inside on Bichetti. Doesn't even give him a chance. Get that move done early. Has got himself out in front of Bichetti now then. Leaving Jin the next one to chase down. Every position he gains is something is one he's actually going to hold, because they all still have to pit. Everyone in the same position here still has to pit in this top 8. Fighting in the lead ranks. Orak has caught up to the back of Bennett and Ads. We're both on hard tyres. Orak is on fading mediums. Really not sure if there's going to be anything in this for Orak, but it's going to be close. Ads and Bennett's hard tyres are starting to fade away as well. Looks like Orak still has technically got the best tyre of the 4. Ads will still last a lap or 2 longer. People have seemingly kept to this hard tyre a lot longer than I was expecting them to keep. That is the case. It shouldn't be too surprising to me, however, because it is 2 Lexus out in front, and they can't really do that without the tyre wear on the Lexus is appalling. In comes Jin. But with that being said, the fuel on that Lexus is still arguably the best in the game. Especially in class. So we'll see how they deal with that. There's still got 25% of the fuel left. Jin had 10 to put it into perspective. That gap is rather large. Here comes Orak to the inside of Ads, and Orak has got himself ahead. Orak has got himself ahead of Ads now then, as they fight for 1, 2, and 3. I think Orak might be 1 lap away from pitting. 2 at most. The only issue is he hasn't actually cleared these Lexuses at all. And when it comes to fuel and when it comes to pace, he's gonna be well, out of place, I think is the best way of putting it. He doesn't really stand a chance here. Let's see if there's a choice for pit stops now then. There is going to be for Orak, and I think Ads is going to follow him in. He is. Look at that. Look at that discrepancy. 23% fuel. 23% fuel compared to 5. I can't imagine why the Lexuses have chosen to do what they chose to do. I think the Lexuses might actually be in a very good place to 1-2 this race. They're going to absolutely obliterate Orak out of the pits here. Look at it, 53, he's already out. He's already out. No question about it. Chuck Norris to the inside of Monken. Nothing sticking for now. They go through 2. Chuck Norris is still trying to put himself on the inside there. Through 3. He can't get it. Tetropolis and Gru both on the... Well, both haven't got stops left to do, so these two are fighting for position. The other two will still have to stop, I'm pretty sure. Got Monken here and Chuck Norris. They both started on the medium tyre, I'm pretty sure. Like we continue on. Gru still ahead of these two on the mediums for now. Monken's had a mare there. He's kicking up the gravel far too wide, but he's actually kept position on Tetropolis for now. That just come out on the medium tyre there, not far off the back of Tetropolis, and is quite comfortably ahead of Aurak. That's multiple seconds ahead of Aurak. Juho now in for his stop. That makes things interesting. Gru and Chuck Norris. Monken and... oh, okay, so what happened there? Because Monken's pulled off straight away. Monken has pulled off straight away here. What has he done? Oh, it's deep, it's very deep. Oh, and he's hit Gru. Never looked like stopping there. Chuck Norris isn't going to complain. He's on through. Gru hasn't really been able to go past Monken yet, even though Monken pulled to the inside there. I think he was trying to let him pass. Either way, Monken is now slowing back down again. Or is he? Either that was just an abysmal corner. They've come together again, Monken and Gru. It's brought Gru to Tetropolis. Those two fighting for position. Gru looking to defend the position now. Tetropolis to the inside. Tetropolis with a nice move. Corner apex there. Has blasted straight past the McLaren. Bend it now into the pits. 12% left on the fuel tank. See here where he comes out. I think Ads has done a better job fuel saving than he has. That didn't look good for Monken either. We're still ahead of Tetropolis for now. Bichetti in as well, but look at that difference between Bichetti and Bandit. Alexis still OP as ever. Okay, Alexa. What? Sorry about that. Not sure why that popped up. Continuing on, Tetropolis still ahead of Gru then. Continue on, I still think a major Chuck Norris and company still have to pit. So 1, 2, and 3 will still have to pit. That looks a little bit shaky from Tetropolis in the Alpha. You can see Ads is now in the rear view. He is now in position to strike. Bennett is behind Ads. Quite actually a sizable gap between the two Lexuses. We'll see how long this is going to last, and I think Ads is going to just blow straight past him. Ads has got a really good chance to win this race now. Are you going to switch to the inside of Gru? Doesn't even let the McLaren breathe. And Ads is ahead of one of the hard tyre runners. And he's got the other one in his sights. Tetropolis is having a mare in the final corner, and Ads is just going to pick him off one by one and hit the front. No pressure on the Lexus there at all. Quite frankly, a little bit of contact now between Ads and Tetropolis. This should be plain sailing for Ads to the end now. Gru and Tetropolis came together there in turn 1 as well. And Bendit is now on the back of them as well. And quite frankly, I don't really see how this isn't a Lexus 1-2. That medium tyre isn't going to fall off by the end of this race. Barely even fallen off by this point. I think Bandit left it too late to pit, if I'm completely honest with you. Bendit's now going to the inside on Tetropolis. Tetropolis still has the advantage. Tetropolis not quite getting the groove, but still ahead of Bendit nonetheless. Yeah, I think Bendit let himself get undercut there for no reason. I think he's maybe thrown away a win potentially in this one. Either that or Bad just has significantly better tyre wear than what Bendit would have in the same car. Bendit almost clobbering the side of Tetropolis there. Neither of them ever looked like making a corner. Half a second penalty for Tetropolis. Bendit gets away with what was almost murder. Not great racecraft at all between that corner. But Bendit now looks to the inside of turn 1. Tetropolis cuts him off. Groom just extending his gap each time we get a move. And don't forget, Bendit is the car that is in what will be second place here. Then Aurak is behind that on new sets of mediums as well. So Bendit is fighting Aurak for position. And also fighting Groom and Tetropolis for position as well on the hard tyres. Ads has caught up to Monken already. Ads has got a significant advantage in 4th place on track, but out in front in total. The only person that might play games with him now is Major. We'll see how that works later in the game here. It's right behind the Supra. I don't think he's going to get him down the straight here. Definitely looking for the slipstream on that blue Supra of Monken. Ads might look to the inside and send it. He might. He's looking for it already. No, he pulled back in. Pulled back in and thinks better of it. Yeah, I think Ads is in a very, very good position here. Going back, is still Grew, Bendit and Aurak got ahead of Tetropolis after Tetropolis' penalty. Jin is not that far behind as well. I think one thing's for certain, and one thing that was made painfully clear in this race is that your 2-stop did not work, and I'm not entirely sure how people landed on it. Here we go, Grew and Bendit. Bendit's on the outside, Grew on the inside. Grew might have gone deep. Grew has gone very deep, and he's off the track. Grew is off the track, and he gave up the positions to Aurak and to Bendit. He might be giving it up to Tetropolis as well, and Jin by good measure. Major's now in the pit again. Tetropolis at the inside line on Grew still, and this will open up a hole for Jin to fall through. Or will it? Jin doesn't elect to take that hole. Tetropolis is deep again in the same corner, and Jin is going to take advantage of that one though. Ahead of Tetropolis, who doesn't have a penalty, and that Jaguar is going to blitz that McLaren now. Straight down the inside. This should be no work here for the Jaguar. What are you doing, Jin? Could have easily gone for that one. Could have easily gone for that one and try and head off after Aurak, but he's played it safe for some reason. And now he's under fire from Tetropolis again. Championship leader just played it far too safe there. Currently in 5th in this one. He goes back on the mediums there in the back of the shop. Might be able to get something on Tetropolis by the end of this one. Jin kicking up a little bit of gravel. Bendit and Ads are in the lead. 1 and 2 for this Lexus group now, and I don't really think you're stopping them. Aurak is going to try and give it a go, but has worse tyres than the 2 in front of him. Just don't really see a way to stop them. That hard medium strategy was undoubtedly the best call. And it's going to grant them a race win at this point. Alright, got away early on his soft, created him a little bit of an opportunity to try and make the two-stop work, but even in that scenario, if you have to do a soft, medium, it's not worth it. I don't really think anyone is going to challenge the Lexus duo now. Jin still not past Drew. May end up ruining that opportunity from earlier on. Where are you going to go for it now? We've got to have a run. Is it a good enough run to beat that McLaren out? He got alongside now. He's going to pull the inside. It's not good enough to get it. He had to go too far to the inside, too shallow, kicked up some grass. And that's kind of just hindered the ability to get on that acceleration. That's going to hand the McLaren a chance to hold on to fourth now then. The laps are starting to tick away. That Jaguar should have straight line speed. That turn one should be a fairly obvious opportunity to make a move. And got to do it this time. He has got to do it this time. He doesn't even have to wait realistically. As he's ahead. And he's a full car left ahead. By the time we hit turn one. He kicked up some gravel for good measure there, Jin, on the exit of turn one. He is now ahead of Gru. And that took him far too long. Any chance he could have had of going after Aurak was dead about 2 laps ago when he didn't make that move originally. He is going to clear Gru with quite some distance now. Tetropolis overtaken by Gus back as well, who's looking for a double P5 on debut. Looking like a little bit of a battle further back. Major and Tetropolis. Major around the outside. Major still trying to hang it. Tetropolis is giving him a run for his money. Chuck Norris is just making a sensible move and going underneath. And has picked them both off. And that is right place, right time. Major's gone past Tetropolis as well. Right place, right time there. Absolutely nailed it. And Chuck Norris is up into 7th now. We'll see it heading down towards turn one here. Gosbach might still have enough to get Gru. Could be interesting to see if that does happen with with just over 2 laps to go. Gru going a little bit wide there. Not really getting much into the apex. That's going to be very interesting here then for Gru. Down the straight. Going down the straight. We'll go back to this group actually. Gosbach has got a lot closer now. He's got to have an opportunity. He's definitely going to have the opportunity to make a move for the top 5. Won't have the same issue in the corner that Jin had. I wonder whether or not how long this is going to take the Ferrari driver. Realistically, he might have a run now. He might have a run down the turn 1 now. He goes down toward turn 1. Run to the line. Is he going to get it? No, he's too far back. Gru covers off the inside line. And Gru is going to hold on to 5th for now with 1 and a bit laps to go. And this could get very interesting very quickly. Goes back the long way round on Gru, potentially trying to make it stick. He is running out of time to make it stick, so he's gonna have to make a move eventually. Aurak is close to bend it, but I don't think he's close enough. In second and third there, Ads has just driven away and hasn't really been under... Oh, Gru's made another mistake! Gru has made another mistake. And this time it's another 3 positions dropped. Major, Chuck Norris and Gus back all going on through. This might be enough for Chuck Norris to get a shot at Gus back actually, and try and steal that top 5 away from him. Oh, this is going to be an interesting final lap now then. Between the group. 2 on the soft, 1 on the mediums. Chuck Norris is a long way away though. Orac is right behind Bendit, but I don't really think Orac's going to have the opportunity to make a move. Bendit's on better tyres. Orac seems to have better pace. Adds to the controlling lead right now. Orac is right on the back of the second Lexus. Is there anything in this for Orac? Trying to steal the second step of the podium. Away from the Dutchman. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen in the second sector for now. They goes back still ahead of Chuck Norris. Still ahead of Major as well. They head down the hill the final time. Ads is currently at the top of the hill. Couple corners separate him in the end. Chuck Norris is still too far away to make something happen on Gus back down. They head up the hill. Bendit still has advantage of Orac. We will go to, well, the undeniable in this one. Bluebeard controlled the sprint. It is a Lexus day in the feature. And what a perfect strategy. The sensible strategy wins the Sardinia's feature. And comfortably wins it at that. Bendit gets second to finish off a Lexus 1-2. Orac just ran out of steam. Jin will get fourth. It looks like Gus back and Chuck. Yeah, Chuck just ran out of steam as well. Gus back will hold on for fifth. Chuck will get sixth. Major will get seventh. Gru will get 8th, Tetropolis 9th, Monken rounds out the top 10. Bluebeard never recovered from his own errors earlier on in this one. Bichetti has decided to do 2 sets of soft for some godforsaken reason. All hard soft and ended up with a punctured tyre. Not entirely sure what the idea was there. Same goes for Juho, who tried a little bit something a bit too ambitious, and Jadek is at the back of the screen. Again, every bit of damage, just all the damage. As we go toward the end of the line here for the Sardinia feature on what the Lexus were the only team realistically to capitalize on what was the sensible strategy. Let's see if we can find the standings after 5. See if we can find them. That's after 4. Pro Stewards after Sardinia, Tier 4 Blue. 142 for Jin, 109, 33-point gap at the front. Here for Jin over Bendit, Adam 94, 48 points back off the lead. So it is starting to turn into a one-horse race at this point. Lexus also taking a massive advantage over Jaguar in the Constructors now. That gap just sits under 40 points, 37, I think that's the lead. Yeah, 37, 203 to 166. The only 2 reasonable teams left in it, maybe BMW, if they can put a run together through the final 3. With that being said, that is the end of Sardinia. So how this is going to work is I will end the stream and restart the stream each time. I am going to go get a drink. I'm going to aim for the next one, realistically, to be somewhere in the region of about 2:45. Maybe a little bit early if I can get myself set. And then we'll do Monza No Chicane. That should take us to about 4 o'clock. But, yeah, I will see you guys in about 10-15 minutes. Peace.